says the living tabernacle of glory. The living tabernacle of glory. Yesterday we looked at the topic that says the glory of Yahweh covering the world. You know, and we also saw yesterday that your environment is the exact representation of yourself, and your life is the exact representation of your world. Now, Habakkuk 2 verse 14 says that the glory of Yahweh should cover the earth as water covered the sea. Isaiah chapter 11 verse 9 also declared that the knowledge of Yahweh will now cover the earth as water covered the sea before we can have peace in our creation and in our environment. And today's teaching says, you are the living tabernacle of glory. Trying to let us know that the moment you are filled with glory, the glory will fill your environment and fill your creation. The moment the glory saturates your life, it will also saturate your creations. All the spirits, all the angels, all the plants, all the animals, all the birds of the earth, all the atmosphere and everything that is around you also will be what? Will be filled. As revealed in that Romans chapter 8 verse 19 and 21. Now, you see, you now being a living tabernacle of glory will make all creations around you to be also what? Tabernacle of what? Glory. Bringing into fulfillment Habakkuk 2 verse 14 and Isaiah 11 verse 9. Now you have seen when the scripture says the knowledge of Yahweh covering the earth as water covered the sea, covering the whole world as water covered the sea, it's not an event that is in the future coming. It's our daily life that takes place one by one. As the glory covers me, it will cover my world. The glory will cover you, it will cover your world. The glory will cover all of us, and it will cover our world. And the whole world will cover the earth as water covered the sea. So that prophecy being fulfilled is fulfilled where? In a man. So in John chapter 1 showed us how that prophecy of the glory of Yahweh and the knowledge of Yahweh covering the earth as water covered the sea, by making us the living tabernacle of glory. How did it happen? In John chapter 1 verse 14, he said the word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We shall see his what? Glory, like the glory of the one and only one who came from the Father, full of grace and what? Truth. Meaning that as with the moment you are filled with grace and truth, instantly you become a living tabernacle of what? Glory, that all creation will see. For when you are filled with grace and truth, all the spirits and angels, all the creations, even plants and animals within your world will also be what? Filled. In the exact measure you were filled. So you see, when you are being filled with the knowledge of the gospel, truth, love and power, you are not doing it for anyone. You are doing it to yourself. Because what you give to your creation is what your creation will give you back. Your creation will not give it to another person. You are the one they will give it to. So when you are filled with that glory, when you filled with the word of truth, when you labor to be filled with that word of Yahweh, called grace and truth, your word will also be what? Filled with what? The word, grace and what? Truth. Meaning, when they are giving you back, they will give you back the word which you give them. And they will give you truth which you have given them. And they will give you back grace which you have what? Given them. For what you plant in them is what you will harvest from them. And it's what they will release to you. They can release to you more than you have given to them. Have you seen that? So for the glory of Yahweh to cover the earth as water covered the sea, starts from you, starts from me. No matter where you are hearing us now from. That's why in Revelation 21 verse 3, he said the home of Yahweh is now with you. When Yahweh becomes your home, or when you become the home of Yahweh, your world will also become the home of who? Yahweh. Meaning, nothing can use them again against you. Have you seen the security? But when you don't see Yahweh in yourself, your world will not see Yahweh in them. And meaning that they are empty and something will occupy them. That's why now somebody can talk to them, use them also against you. But when they are filled, because you are filled, you are secured. Have you seen it? In Colossians 1 verse 27, that place call it, you are a living tabernacle of glory in knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of the grace. Knowledge of the abundance of his grace in your life. So meaning, the whole world will be filled with the knowledge of Yahweh when you know. Because when you are ignorant, your world will become ignorant. When you have knowledge, your world will have knowledge. The knowledge you have is what your world will do what? Will have. Meaning that when you know the riches of his grace, your world, when I mean your world, your creation, when I mean your creation, your environment, when I mean your environment, all the spirits, all the angels, even including men, plants and animals and birds of the earth, all of them that were around you will know what you know. They can't know what you do not know. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? They can't know what you do not know. When you know evil, they will also know evil. When you know good, they will know good. And what they know is what they will serve you with. For your creations are meant to serve you, not you serving them. You are meant to feed them. You are meant to empower them. And the rate you empower them is the way they will empower you back. That is the ordinance of the Most High. Trying to let you know you should be more considerate to your world than you consider even yourself. Because your creation will pay you back without your consent. They don't need to ask you, should I pay you what you give to us? It's an ordinance, they will give it to you without any question. That's why Yahweh made us the living tabernacle of glory, so that our world will be full of glory. So that all the spirits, all the angels, all men, all plants, all animals, all birds of the earth will all be filled with glory. So when any animal come around you, they will give you glory. Everything that exists in your environment will align with your identity. So today Yahweh is telling us, by his word, he made us a living tabernacle. Meaning we are mobile, we move, we are active. You are a living tabernacle of who? Glory. Because the word of Yahweh is in you. Because you are filled with grace and what? Truth. Because you are a home of Yahweh, Yeshua. Because you have known the riches of his grace. So you have to put yourself in a position where the word of Yahweh will dwell in you richly. The more it dwells in you richly, the more it dwells in the environment. You cannot be full of grace and your environment will return to you. So the problem is not the world. The problem is not our environment. The problem is yourself. Be in the right position and your world will also be in their right position. So Yahweh is telling us this morning, you are filled with the word. And the reason you don't joke with the word of Yahweh. You don't joke with good knowledge. Because when you are filled with good knowledge, a tabernacle of glory is a house that is filled with what? Good knowledge. Whatever that is not good knowledge, remove yourself from it. Whatever that is not truth and grace, also do what? Remove yourself from it. For Yahweh have made us a tabernacle of glory. And because he has made us a tabernacle of glory, our world have also aligned to become the tabernacle of what? Glory. And the glory of Yahweh will now cover the whole world as water covered the sea. The glory of Yahweh cannot cover the whole world as water covered the sea by one mistake or something that will happen. It will happen through man, individually, one by one. So make your environment, wherever you are hearing my voice now, glorious, so that our world will be glorious as Yahweh have what? Made it. Open your mouth, declare, say, I am a tabernacle of glory.
I am a tabernacle of glory.
My word is filled with the glory.
My word is filled with the glory.
And through us, individually, the glory of Yahweh is covering the whole world as water is covering the sea. Glory and honor, power, might, ancient of days, are to your holy name.
I believe.